Anthropic and the Pentagon. A standoff over AI control the U.S. Department of Defense, DoD, and Anthropic, a leading AI developer, are locked in a high-stakes dispute over how artificial intelligence can be used in military applications. The core issue is whether AI will be deployed, but who sets the rules? The companies building the technology or the government deploying it? The conflict, limits on AI use. Anthropic, led by CEO Dario Amodei, is refusing to allow its AI models to be used for two key purposes: mass surveillance of U.S. citizens and fully autonomous weapons systems that make lethal decisions without human oversight. This stance directly challenges the DoD's position, as expressed by Secretary Pete Hegseth, that any lawful use of the technology should be permitted. The DoD argues it shouldn't be constrained by a vendor's policies, especially when national security is at stake. In a blunt ultimatum, the Pentagon threatened to designate Anthropic as a supply chain risk, effectively cutting them off from government contracts, unless they comply by Friday. Why this matters? The future of automated warfare. This dispute is not merely about a single contract. It reflects a fundamental tension in the rapid evolution of AI. The U.S. military already employs highly automated systems, some capable of lethal force. Current regulations allow for AI to select and engage targets without direct human intervention, provided senior officials approve. Anthropic fears that if its models are used by the military without sufficient safeguards, the consequences could be catastrophic. Specifically, the company is concerned about unreliable lethal decisions. Putting a less capable AI in control of weapons could lead to misidentification of targets, unintended escalation, or irreversible errors. Supercharged surveillance. AI can dramatically enhance the scale and effectiveness of domestic surveillance, raising privacy and civil liberties concerns. Lack of transparency. Military technology is often classified, meaning the full extent of autonomous weapon development might remain hidden until it's operational. The Pentagon's stance. Pragmatism versus principles. The DoD insists its only goal is to leverage AI for lawful purposes, and that Anthropic's restrictions are unnecessary. Officials claim they have no intention of conducting mass domestic surveillance or deploying unchecked autonomous weapons. However, Secretary Hegseth's rhetoric has veered into cultural territory, criticizing woke AI and emphasizing the need for war-ready systems, not chatbots for an Ivy League faculty lounge. The Pentagon has the authority to force compliance through the Defense Production Act, DPA, which allows the government to compel companies to meet its needs. Declaring Anthropic a supply chain risk would effectively blacklist them from future government work. The bottom line, a critical decision point. The standoff presents a difficult choice for both sides. If Anthropic refuses to yield, it risks losing a major revenue stream and potentially hindering its long-term viability. If the DoD moves forward without Anthropic, it may face a 6 to 12-month delay, while other AI developers catch up, a significant vulnerability in a rapidly evolving geopolitical landscape. The outcome will shape not only the future of AI in warfare, but also the balance of power between tech companies and the U.S. government.